I decided to write about human trafficking because it's perhaps the most compelling justice issue of our time. We're taught in history class that slavery ended with the Civil War, when in reality, there are more slaves alive in the world today than ever before. I saw sort of a niche for me to be able to bring it into fiction. Fiction has the power to really change a person's way of seeing the world so that it really engages the intellect, but it also engages the heart. One of the things I wanted to do was to make it personal as I could make it for my readers. And so in order to do that, I had to dive as deep as I could dive and be as vulnerable as I could be in listening and learning. So indeed, I did go into a number of welcome brothels in Kamatapur, which is the major red light district in Mumbai. Thankfully, I had a guide. I had an individual who knew his way around and had the trust of the pimps and the brothel owners, so he was able to sort of get me in the door. I saw these girls who were brought out, and it was all behind closed doors. You know, the shades were drawn, everything else, and they walked out, and they were there for me to purchase if I wanted to. Some of them looked at the floor, some of them looked at me. I'll never forget, looking into their eyes and seeing this void, this combination of sadness and fear. I realized that I had had a life-altering experience, that I had not only seen what I needed to see to write the story, but that it had embedded itself in me in a very personal way that I would never forget. If you really empathize and put yourself in the position, as much as you can, of a girl who, has a life, has a family, she finds herself, essentially captive to traffickers, to brothel owners, and then gets serially raped over the course of days, weeks, months, sometimes years. It's sort of unthinkable. You really get the horror of it, and also, beautifully, the stories of redemption have an element of hope. I hope that, reader will read the story and really involve him or herself in the characters and in the issues, so that by the end, they can say, not only have I read a good book, but I also feel like I know something more about my world.